Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. In today's video, I'll be giving my predictions for what coins will be released by the Royal Mint in 2026. 2026 is fast approaching, and as we know, the Royal Mint and other mints actually pre-release some coins, predate them. So there's already been a few coins out there dated 2026. And of course, we have imminently, I imagine, the 2026 Gold Sovereign. I will touch on that again, but of course, a very exciting year, as it will be indeed a Gold Sovereign. None of this rose gold nonsense, nice gold sovereign. But we'll cover that in a moment, because first, I want to see, was I correct with my 2025 predictions? And we'll see how many I got right. And then I'll make my 2026 predictions. Then we'll cover some other things happening in the next year of numismatics, the modern side of numismatics. Of course, nothing really changes with our good old beloved pre-decimals, but the new stuff is, of course, new, obviously. Right then, so 2025, we've had, I imagine, most of the coin releases now, so I want to see if I got any predictions right. Here were my predictions. Now, I did predict what was in the annual set. I don't know which ones of these were. I think only one's correct from the annual set, but I got a few others right. So I gave two 50p's, two £2, and one £5, hence as was the annual set. So my 50p predictions were the 80th anniversary of VE Day and the Women's Rugby World Cup or tournament or something that was going on this year. Those are the two 50p's. For £2 coins, I said the 250th anniversary of JMW Turner, who is the person that features on the £20 note, if for those wondering, and the 350th anniversary of the Royal Greenwich Observatory. Those are my £2 predictions. My £5 prediction was the 75th birthday of Princess Anne. Now, in terms of the annual set, the only one of these that I did actually get right and was in the annual set is the observatory. So the 350 years of the Greenwich Observatory. Here is the coin. It now exists. I predicted it, so thank you. And it was in the annual set. The other two I did get right, but they weren't in the annual set. We did indeed have a 75th birthday of Princess Anne. We had the birthday and a coin for the birthday, which is, as you see to my side. So I got that right as well. And we did also have the 80th anniversary of VE Day 50p. So I got that right as well. So 3 of my 5 predictions came true. Not too bad, I would say. And we didn't have, there's, I guess, still time, but probably not for the Turner anniversary and women's rugby coins, respectively. So there we go. I did quite well. Now this year, or rather for the next year, I'm just simply going to guess 2 for each denomination. So that pretty much the same, but I've actually got 3 £5 ideas here. I'll give the ideas and maybe we'll lock in on 2. So here we go, my predictions. And of course, after I give these, please put below your predictions, and we can all return to this video as I did to the other video in a year's time and see how well we did predicting. So, firstly, we have 50p, the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. Bit of a risky idea, but well historically precedented. So we have the Commonwealth Games £2 coin set, we have the 2014 Commonwealth Games 50p, and the 2022 Commonwealth Games 50p from Birmingham and Glasgow, respectively, for those two. And then it's back in Glasgow, the 2026 Commonwealth Games, so potentially we'll get a 50p. We have had a lot of Commonwealth Games, as I say, so there's good precedent, but they might be thinking maybe we're overdoing it. So we'll see. That's my prediction. And then secondly, it is the 50th anniversary of Concord. Now, of course, there's lots of Concord, sort of these fake mints. There's Concord existing already. Nothing royal mint for the Concord. I predict there'll be a 50 years of Concord 50p. There we go. Let me know what you think. Now on to £2 coins. So, my first one, very short. Actually the £5 coins are obvious. Maybe you might not be too impressed by some of these guesses and stuff, because maybe it's obvious. But we have, not these ones, I'd say. £2 coins. London Zoo, the oldest zoo in the world, celebrates 200 years next year. Founded in 1826, 200 years to 2026. The oldest zoo, London Zoo, on a £2 coin. I think, safe bet, good prediction. That is my first £2 coin prediction. The next one, I'd love, this would be a cool one. The anniversary of Rolls-Royce on a £2. I had a Rolls-Royce £2 coin. Oh, lovely. But it's not quite so easy to say that. It's not actually the anniversary of Rolls-Royce. It is the 150th anniversary of the birth of the founder of Rolls-Royce, Charles Royce, hence Rolls-Royce. His partner must have been called Rolls or Rolls something. But there's an anniversary tie-in to Rolls-Royce, so hopefully, of course, a classic British company, we get a Rolls Royce £2 coin. That'd be rather good. Truly the Rolls Royce of commemorative coins. Right, £5 coins. So, firstly, I want to say £5 coin, the 100th birthday of David Attenborough. 100 years of David Attenborough. That, I'm sure, like, he deserves one. I'm sure that's not too much of a crazy prediction. 100 years of David Attenborough, I think, will be a fairly safe bet. And I've decided that they'd do that on a £5 coin. We then have, now the next one is, so it's also 100 years of Queen Elizabeth II, since her birth. Now there have been already announced and released partially this set, the Queen's portrait set, but it's simply called Portraits of a Queen, I believe, and it just has her portraits on, and it's and they're not necessarily for her birthday. I'm sure it is because of it being her 100th birthday. So will there also be a labelled, this is the 100th anniversary of the Queen, like we had this coin this year, 125 years of the Queen Mother? Will we have 100 years of the Queen, both of which, as those coins released, wouldn't actually be alive, but it's like an anniversary to them. So I think I'm going to go with my £5 coins as 100 years of Attenborough, 100 years of QE2. There's my prediction. So that's 2 of each. A little bonus one, this is when I was researching things, it is also next year the 650th anniversary of the Order of the Garter. 650 years of a royal thing is a big thing. And of course, maybe that will be something, of course, that's still in use. The royals, as you see, I'll show some pictures up, Order of the Garter, still very much around and used today. So there are my predictions. So we'll see in a year how many I got right. Now, I got 3 out of 5 last year, which is 60%. So hopefully I've got 6 guesses this year. So I need to get 60% or more of those guesses, I guess, to beat last year. Maybe we'll have a full sweep. I think there's some good stuff here, like the London Zoo, Rolls Royce, the Queen, Attenborough. There's some good material for commemoration on currency. So there we go. Now, while I have your attention in a rambling style video, 2 things to ask and say. Please, as I alluded to earlier, comment below your predictions for 2026 coins. We'll see collectively, can we predict all the coins or most of the coins? Can we get some good guesses and predictions of anniversaries, events, happenings, and things being commemorated on coins for the next coming year? And then very finally, I did mention this earlier, or perhaps depending what order these 2 videos get uploaded in, I'll mention this in 2 videos to give it publicity, that I'm doing another Show Your Collection video. We did subscriber showcase collection videos. So if you have a coin collection that you want to be featured on this channel and showcased to the world, then email me, email on screen and in the description. You can email me pictures, you can email me a video, you can email me, well, that's about it really, pictures or video, or a video collage of pictures perhaps of your collection, and I'll add it into a video subscriber showcase of coins, so we can all see each other's collections. But there we go. Hopefully this was enjoyable. This is one to the coin, big time coin collectors of me, just rambling thoughts of what coins are coming out, showing coins off, new coin releases and so on. So if that interests you, hopefully this video has been to your liking and you've stayed here and you've stayed with it. But I won't ramble anymore on now. We've done the predictions. I've mentioned the news and the things going on. So I'll sign it off there. And of course, before I do go, I will have to say, please subscribe. We're on the way to 25,000 subscribers. So do help us get there. Leave a like, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time on Bits and Bobs. Bye for now.